About a year ago, my mom and I opened up a box of my grandmother's things and had a long overdue conversation about our Irish heritage. After hours of digging through family letters and a few tears shed by my mom, we knew we had to go to Ireland to get the full story. So a year later, we headed to the airport to do just that. It started out a little bumpy. My mom doesn't like airports much, so I asked her if she was looking forward to the trip.
Well, I was earlier, and then it's like, you have to get to the airport, and you have to take your shoes off, and you have to, turn your pockets inside out, and I need a drink.
Are you excited?
Yes.
9 hours later, and after scraping the frost off our car with credit cards, we made it to Dunamaise, our family's ruined castle, and the place my mom was looking forward to seeing the most. My Aunt Sheila, on the other hand, didn't seem to have the same feelings about the place.
Well, I don't want to tell anybody who I am because it was Dermot McMurrow who let William of Orange into Ireland and caused all the trouble. So I'll keep it a secret.
But the person I was really interested in was my mom's mom, my grandmother, who I never met. She never saw this place.
I think she would have been amazed. I mean, really at how huge it is and where it is. And, we had a coat of arms, that she had painted 3 stalks of wheat. They used to hang in the hallway. But, talking about High Kings of Ireland didn't really mean anything.
The whole time we were driving across the southwest of Ireland, I couldn't shake the feeling of being an outsider, and I kept wondering what it would have been like to leave this place for Chicago.
Interestingly, when we first arrived, until we got into some of these other areas, that it's not that dissimilar from Illinois, from the Midwest, that it's green, some of it is kind of flat. You could see sort of the farming aspect of it wouldn't be very different from Illinois. With my grandmother, they sort of lived in the metropolitan area of Chicago. They didn't live, I don't think she ever lived in the city, but they lived in Berkeley. They lived in those inner suburbs but they still had little farms. Like they had chickens and they probably grew some vegetables and stuff because they didn't have any money. But I remember that my mom would say, Grandma would take the chicken out and, lay it across the stump of a tree and chop its head off, and then they have dinner.
And still I kept going back to the idea of my grandmother and why my mom felt it was so important for me to stand on the crumbling walls of Dunamaise.
I don't think my mother really believed that she was descended from a king of Ireland, that these were folklore, and nobody at that time had access to, archives and computers and manifests and all the things that we have now that can legitimize the story that she was told. And it's all true. And she had no idea. But, how crazy is that? She didn't know.
My mom might have a different view about why it's important for me to see Ireland. But I think what was more important was that I found a deeper connection to my mom.